Hi students, welcome to our channel of new session. Now in this session I am going to explain about one of the important topic of organic chemistry, that is bond length and the bond strength. Before going to explain about the bond length and the bond strength, first we should know what is bond length. As we know that bond length means the average distance between nuclei of two bonded atoms in a molecule. Suppose if we are taking, this is the molecule, here this is one of the atom, this is another atom, both are forming the what bond. Here the bond length means, just now what I said students, the average distance between from this point to here, from this point to here, average only we are taking, total length by 2 we are taking, okay. The average distance between nuclei of two bonded atoms in a molecule. First you have to calculate the distance between the two nuclei of two atoms, and that value should be divided by 2. Then we'll get the bond length of that particular molecule, okay. Now next, bond strength. Bond strength is giving the information regarding the bond which is holding the atoms together, whether it is the weaker bond or else stronger bond. We can easily identify it by using the bond strength, okay. Now in this session, here I am going to use three are the different compounds, okay. One is the completely saturated compound, two are the unsaturated compounds. Saturated compounds are called alkanes. Saturated in the sense between the carbon atoms there should be the single bond. Here the unsaturated compound means between the carbon atom either double bond is present or triple bond is present. If double bond is present, such a kind of compound is said to be alkene. These compounds are called alkene. Triple bond is present, these compounds are called alkynes. Single bond is present between the carbon atoms, then it is named as alkanes. Okay students, now we are going to identify bond length difference as well as a bond strength difference between these compounds, okay. When we are moving from alkanes to alkynes, nothing but single bonded compounds to triple bonded compounds, here the bond strength value increases, okay. Bond strength gradually increases, whereas the bond length value gradually decreases. Since bond length as well as the bond strength both are inversely proportional to each other, as bond strength increases in this direction, in opposite direction bond length increases, okay. So in this, which one is having the more bond strength? Alkynes. Which one is having the less bond strength? Alkanes. Which one is having the bond length more? Alkanes. Bond length is less in case of what? Alkynes. I'll give simple example. Why the alkyne triple bonded compounds are having the high bond strength? Suppose if we are taking one stick, group of sticks. Among these two types, which will require the more bond energy to break those sticks? Group of sticks only requires the more bond energy, no? Here the sticks are nothing but bonds. As the number of bonds between the carbon atoms increases, its strength will also increases. Okay students. So just you have to remember the formula, bond length always inversely proportional to bond strength. Just you have to remember this formula students. Next one, if we see the experimental values, bond length experimental values, bond strength experimental values for these compounds, let us see. This is the compound of what? Ethane. Two carbons are there, later we will see the IUPAC nomenclature. This is ethane, which is a single bonded compound. Single bonded compounds, as I said, alkane. In this, what is its bond length? 153 picometers. PM stands for picometers. The next one, if you are going for the double bonded compounds, its bond length value is 134 picometers, triple bonded compound value is 121 picometers. All these values are the experimental values. Okay, down this group, bond length value gradually decreases. Bond length decreases means what I said, bond strength values compulsorily what increases. Okay, you have to remember this point. Next, when we are going for the bond strength values, here the bond strength values they have given in terms of kilojoule per mole as well as a kilocalorie per mole. Whatever the value I have written in the bracket, those are come under kilocalorie per mole. If we see the single bonded compounds, bond strength is 368 kilojoule per mole. Double bonded compound value is 635 kilojoule per mole. Triple bonded compound is 837 kilojoule per mole. If you observe all these values, which one is having the highest value? 837. Means down the group bond strength values are increasing because the number of bonds increases. As number of bonds increases, length decreases. That's what its strength should be increases. So students, just know whatever the information I said, that information is only in case of carbon-carbon bond length as well as a carbon-carbon bond strength I said. But if you see the second tabular form, here I am going to give the information regarding carbon-hydrogen bond length as well as the carbon-hydrogen bond strength. If we see the single bonded compounds, carbon-hydrogen bond length experimental value is 111 picometers. Double bonded carbon attached to this hydrogen, its value is 110 picometers. Triple bonded carbon attached to this hydrogen, its value is equals to 109 picometers. So from alkane, single bonded carbon attached to hydrogen to triple bonded carbon attaching hydrogen, value gradually decreases. Why like this? Let us see. If we see carbon, here the carbon hybridization is what, students? Just in previous video, what I said, how to calculate the hybridization for a given molecule. See, at this carbon atom, 2 are the single bonds and 2 more with the hydrogens. Totally 4 are the sigma bonds. There are no lone pair. That's what, it's a hybridization I kept as a sp3. Here carbon, one of the sigma bond, this is the sigma, this is the sigma. Totally 3 sigma bonds are there. That's what its a hybridization is sp2. Here this is the sigma bond, this is the sigma, these 2 bonds are the pi bonds. So only 2 are the sigma bonds are there. That's what I kept, its a hybridization is what, sp. So why the bond length value from sp3 hybridized carbon to sp hybridized carbon, bond length value, why it is a decreases, let us see. Okay, so why it is decreases means, here the common thing is, just you go through the electronegativity. That means in all those 3 compounds, common thing is carbon attached to hydrogen. Okay, but carbon environment is different. In first compound, carbon is sp3 hybridized, second compound sp2 hybridized, third compound is sp. Okay, here the common point what I am saying, students, hydrogen is attached to the carbon only, but all carbons are not similar carbons. Okay, its environment should be different. What happened if we are considering the hybridization? How bond length as well as a bond strength internally connected with the hybridization? Let us see. Here I am going to write one of the important formula, which is percentage of S character. Percentage of S character is directly proportional to electronegativity of carbon. Is directly proportional to electronegativity of carbon. That means as percentage of S character increases, its electronegativity will also increases. Suppose if we see in this sp3 hybridization, S character is how much percentage? 25 percentage. Here in this compound S character is 33.33 percentage, remaining quantity come under the P. Here the S character is about 50%. From sp3 hybridized carbon to sp hybridized carbon, S character gradually increases. As S character increases, electronegativity of carbon will also increases. Okay. Electronegativity of carbon increases. As electronegativity of carbon increases, its bond length decreases. That's what it is gradually increasing. Gradually increasing means itself it is having the what? Lower is the bond length. Lower is the bond length means highest bond, lower is the bond length is nothing but this is the strongest bond. Okay. So students, just what you have to remember, bond energy of CH bond is directly proportional to S character. As S character increases, bond energy of CH bond will also increases. Okay. S character is more in case of water, sp hybridized carbon. S character is more means bond energy more. Bond energy is nothing but bond strength only. Bond strength more means bond length should be less. Okay, right. But we should know why should the percentage of S character affect the bond length? Why? Only the percentage of S character affecting the bond length values. We should know the reason behind itself. Okay. Here I have written a 2s orbital keeps electron density closer to a nucleus compared to 2p orbital. As percentage of S character increases, a hybrid orbital holds its electrons closer to the nucleus and the bond becomes stronger as well as a shorter bond. Okay, that is nothing but, suppose if we are taking this is the atom, okay, where we can see central part should be the water nucleus. If electron is present in the S orbital is very close towards the water nucleus rather than the water p orbital. That only they have given. As percentage of S character increases, that electron is under the control of water nuclei. Means stronger bond should be the stronger bond. Moreover, it is the water shorter bond. So it requires the water high bond strength. Nothing but bond dissociation energy is very high, where its bond length should be very less. Let us take few of the examples. Let us take few examples, students. See here I gave one of the question. Let us read the question. Which of the bonds show in red color? I already kept the red color. Red in each compound or pair of compounds. If you see the C and the D, pair of compound is shorter. Means in this question what they are asking means which compound is having shorter bond length. Shorter is nothing but bond length should be less they are asking. Okay, let me recall our formulas first thing. So first what I said, students, bond strength is inversely proportional to bond length. This is the formula I told to you. Next one, bond strength internally connected with what I said, students, bond strength is directly proportional to percentage of S character. Percentage of S character. Meaning as the percentage of S character increases, bond strength will also increases. Percentage of S character is nothing but you go through the hybridization of that particular atom. Okay. If bond strength is directly proportional to percentage of S character, bond length, then bond length is inversely proportional to percentage of S character. Just students, what you have to do means you have to remember these three formulas in your mind. Then you have to solve these solutions. Okay, let us go for the first question. Here first you have to notice red color part, means this is the part, the next one this. See here it is this carbon hybridization I already said in previous video. So we can write at this carbon its a hybridization is sp2, this is also sp2. Here the carbon hybridization is sp, here also what sp. Here what I said, bond length is inversely proportional to percentage of S character. Percentage of S character is more for triple bond than the what, a double bond. So which is the shorter bond? Here it is. Which is the shorter bond? Here it is. This is the shorter bond. Okay students. Next one, in this compound, here is the bond is there, here is the red color part only they are asking. At this carbon atom, what is its hybridization? Okay students, what is its hybridization? Here only they have given as a what? One bond. Here they have given the what? Double bond. Obviously which is the shorter bond? We can say that this double bond only the shorter bond. Okay, let me go for the third compound. In this third compound, this structure they gave, the next one more compound they have given this one. Here and here, both are the single bonds. If triple double is there, triple bond is the shorter. Single double is there, double bond is a shorter bond. But in this case, both are the single bonds only there. Then how can we identify which one is the shorter bond? Just you go through the concept of what? Hybridization. At this carbon atom, what is its hybridization students? sp2, because 2 sigma bonds, one of the sigma bonds, totally 3 sigma. 3 sigma means sp2. At this carbon atom, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sigma bonds means what? sp3. Okay. So among the sp2, sp3, which one is having the shorter bond length? sp2. That's what, which is the correct? This is the correct. Okay students. Next, last one. If you see this one, here it is. In this, nitrogen is bearing lone pair. Here also nitrogen is bearing lone pair. Here the single bond, here the single bond. Then both are the single bonds means how to identify? Just you have to use the hybridization concept. If one is triple, double means triple is the shorter bond. Single double means double is the shorter bond. But in this case is both are the single bonds. How can we identify which one is the shorter? So you go through the what concept? Hybridization. So one sigma bond, second sigma bond with one lone pair. Total value here it is 3. 3 means what is its hybridization? I said students, sp2. 1, 2, 3 plus 1 lone pair. Total value here we are getting 4. 4 means what is its hybridization? sp3. Just what you have to remember students, here at this nitrogen atom 3 sigma bonds are there, 1 lone pair is there. Total value is 4. That's what I have taken its hybridization sp3. Here it is having 2 sigma bonds with 1 lone pair. So its value 3. That's what I have taken its hybridization is sp2. Among these two, which one is the shorter bond? As we know that sp2 is the correct.